to my real home. Help me come back to my real home. Om Guru 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 Om Guru. Help me come back to my real home. 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 Om Guru 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 Om Guru. I love thee, I serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. Om Guru 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 Om Guru. Life after life, I will sing thy name. 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 Om Guru 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 Om Guru. I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. Oh, I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. I will love thee, I will serve thee ceaselessly until my soul submerges in thy sea. Om Guru 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 Om my real home.
Help me come back to my real home.
Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Guru Om Avatar Shishaya Namaha Om Vishamaya Namaha Om Nivakara Samudrataya Namaha Om Sushmatanave Namaha Om Chinmayaya Namaha Om Guru Murtaye Namaha Om Sundaraya Namaha Om Surochanaya Namaha Om Sumukaya Namaha Om Charvasaya Namaha Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Padmabhujaya Namaha Om Mandagamanaya Namaha Om Charumbaradharine Namaha Om Ramaya Namaha Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha Om Shri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Namaha Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha Om Arpana Swikarakaya Namaha Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantrapasakaya Namaha Om Swaramayaya Namaha Om Madhurakantaya Namaha Om Krishna Sankirtanalupaya Namaha Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha Om Mitabashine Namaha Om Vagmine Namaha Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha Om Ratadharaya Namaha Om Sadave Namaha Om Jagatpantaya Namaha Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha Om Surdaya Namaha Om Anukulaya Namaha Om Neyaya Namaha Om Sudarshanaya Namaha Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha Om Premamurtaye Namaha Om Shubhikshanaya Namaha Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha Om Swastidayakaya Namaha Om Tarakaya Namaha Om Anugrahaya Namaha Om Vardhanaya Namaha Om Architaya Namaha Om Artaya Namaha Om Siddhipradaya Namaha Om Janardhanaya Namaha Om Manoharaya Namaha Om Akshaya Namaha Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha Om Atmalingaya Namaha Om Lingachana Protsakaya Namaha Om Siddhisadanaya Namaha Om Madhavaya Namaha Om Omkarapasakaya Namaha Om Sushmaya Namaha Om Vishokaya Namaha Om Satvikaya Namaha Om Samadarshine Namaha Om Dakshaya Namaha Om Achityaya Namaha Om Nirankaraya Namaha Om Nirmohaya Namaha Om Avyagraya Namaha Om Chidakrodaya Namaha Om Vinayashilaya Namaha Om Svavashaya Namaha Om Kushalaya Namaha Om Shamaya Namaha Om Satyadharmaya Namaha Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha Om Viraktaya Namaha Om Atindraya Namaha Om Satyasandhaya Namaha Om Pavitraya Namaha Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha Om Suranandaya Namaha Om Nandanaya Namaha Om Prasanatmane Namaha Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha Om Sakshaye Namaha Om Samatmaye Namaha Om Sadayogine Namaha Om Haraye Namaha Om Sutapaya Namaha Om Samyaya Namaha Om Guyaya Namaha Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha Om Gabiraya Namaha Om Guptaya Namaha Om Atmaramaya Namaha Om Srinivasaya Namaha Om Devaya Namaha Om Vyutidaraya Namaha Om Danyaya Namaha Om Gurave Namaha Om Duradikramaya Namaha Om Gahanaya Namaha Om Bhagavate Namaha Om Harisharana Margadashakaya Namaha Om Kutastha Jagatakaya Namaha Om Abhiprayaya Namaha Om Sarvamata Samadhyaya Namaha Om Shavekata Bhavavardhakaya Namaha Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swami Namaha Ato Deva Avantuno
Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Predivya Sapta Dhamabhi idam Vishnurvichakrame treda nidate padam
Samodamasya Bhagum Sure
Trini pada vichakrame Vishnurgopa adahabhyaha
Ato Dharmani Dharayane Vishnu Karmani Paschatayato Vritani Pashpase
Indrasya Jujasakaha Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padagum Sada Pashanti Surayaha Divi Vachakshvatadam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagruvagum Sasamindate Vishno Yat Paramam Padam.
Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi
Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat.
Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketamare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Veta Visarja Darashidara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Svabhavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopisha Surupa Brahmani Vandya Shri Dvarakashaya Vaikuntapate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye
Tava Suprabhatam
Meena Krute Kamatarupa Varahamurte
Previkramaya Guane Guru Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodaram Jadarananda Kadari Shori
Gopa Gopi Jana Samrita Dina Bandho Gopi Jana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rashmi Sai Bhujagadi Patapashai Sadbhaktarit Sadana Shai Ramanga Shai Shri Gopa Brahma Vidutalpa Sukadi Shai Gopavallabha Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukhanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangha Bharateshu Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Hetu Gopala Sekara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jani Tulasi Dalamali Jahe Malyani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Vatpavatadara Tale Munindraha Radha Manohara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Vedantrayam Patati Gotamakana Goyaha Gayanti Sadguna Ganora Radha Savarga Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Visheshaha Shri Narada Dirishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamruta Subesha Bhavat Vipota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Savarada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Vanjana Kripakara Dina Bandhu Didyanta Gayati Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadara Prameya Padmalaya Sharita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Suraserita Pada Padma Padmadinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandarpadalpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Sina Chandana Lipna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nandanandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayam Gadina Davichona Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vaishijambhavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Putrika Jaye Tishtanti Diva Bhavame Tava Sevanardam Gopi Mana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Munayurna Nisham Vadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Padanti Mahan Rutam Mahapapam Shri Krishna Graha Hetu Om Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Chintamani Prakara Satmazukalpa Vriksha Laksha Viteshu Surabhiya Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahashta Sata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Venum Kamantamaravindha Dalaya Taksham Daravatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Alola Chandra Kala Satvana Malya Vamshi Ratna Gadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shyamantri Bangalalidam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Angani yasya sakalendriya vritti Pashanti Bandi Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chimmaya Sadujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Advaitam Achyutamanadi Manantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Dhurlavan Adhurlavan Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayo Ratapi Manaso Muni Pungavanam Sopyasya Prapada Sinna Vichitya Tattve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ekopya Soda Chaitum Jagadhanda Kotim Yakchakti Asti Jagadhanda Chayat Adantaha Andantarasta Paramano Chayantarastham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Yat Bhava Bhavita Diyo Manujasateva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhushaha Shuddheryameva Nigama Pratitastu Vanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhis Abhiya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Nivasadya Vimatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Guna Svarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ramani Murti Shukalani Amena Tishtam Nanabhatara Makarot Bhuvaneshu Kinto Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Kotishvashesha Vasudhani Vibhuti Pinam Kadramaniskalamanantamashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Maya Hiyasya Jagat Anna Shatani Sutte Traigunya Tat Vishaya Veda Vitayamana Sattva Valam Vipara Sattva Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Ananda Chimmaya Rasatmataya Manasu Ya Praninam Pratipalam Smaratam Upetya Lila Itena Bhuvanani Jayatya Jasram Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Golokanam Nijadam Nitale Chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridama Suteshu Teshu Vete Prabhavani Chaya Vihitaschayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Sri Sri Siti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibhakti Durga Ichanurupamapi yasya cha chestate sa Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Shiram yata tadi vikara vishesha yoga Sanjayate nahi tata pritak asti hituho Yashambhutanna pitata samupeti karyan Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Dipachireva ida shantaramabhyupedya Dipayate vivita hetu samana dharma Yastagrieva icha vishnataya vipadi Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yakadanarnava jale bhajati sma yoga Nidram mananta jagadanda saroma kuppaha Adhara shaktima valamya param svamurtim Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Yasya kanishvasita kalamatavalambya Jivanti loma viraja jagadandanataha Vishnur mahansaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Bhashvanyatashma sakaleshu nijeshu tejaha Sviyam kiyatra katayatyapi tatva atra Brahmaya esha jagad andaridhana karta Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Yatpada pallava yugam vinidaya kumbha Dvandve pranama samaye saganadirajaha Vignam vinantum alamasya jagatrayasya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Agni mahi gagana ambo marudishashcha Kalastatama manasitti jagatrayani Yasmat bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti amcha Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham
tamaham bhajami
Yachakshuresha savita sakala grahana Raja samasta suramurti rashesha tejaha Yasya jnayam brahmati sambrita kala chakro Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Dharmo tapapa nichaya shutayastapamsi Brahmadikita patagavadayascha jivaha Yatta tamatra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yasmindra gopamata vendra mahosva karma Bandhana rupa palapajana hatanoti Karmani nidahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Yam krodha kama sahajam pranayadipiti Vatsalyam guru gaurava sevya bhavahi Sanchikatasa sadrishim tanuma purete Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Good morning. We will chant the Sri Shuktam, Bhu Shuktam and Nila Shuktam, starting on page 57.
Hiranyavarnam Harihim Suvarnarashatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Maavaham Ta Maavaha Jatavedo Lakshmim Manapagamini Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashvam Purushanaham Ashvapurvam Ratamadyam Hastinada Prabodhinim Sriyam Devi Mupapaye Shirma Devi Shushatam Kamsho Smitam Hiranya Prakaram Mardram Jwalantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyopavaye Shriyam Chandram Pravasam Yasaja Jwalantim Shriyam Loke Devashustam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapadye Lakshmi Menashyatam Tvam Vrine Adityavarne Tapasodrijato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Vilvaha Tasya Palani Tapasanudantu Mayantarayas Chavaya Alakshmihi Upaitumam Devasaka Kritis Chamanina Saha Pradurbutos mirastresmin kirtim ridim dadatu me Shudpipasam malam yestam malakshmim nashayamyaham Avutim asamridim cha sarvam nirnudame grihate Gandadvaram duradarsham nityapushtam karishini Ishvarigum sarvabhutanam tamiyopavaye shriyam Manasaka mamakutim vachas satyamashimai Pashunam rupamanasya mahi Shri Shayatam yasaha Kardamena praja bhuta mai sambhava kardama Sriyambasayame kule mataram padmamalinim Apasrichantu sringandi chiklitavasame grihe Nicha Devim Mataram Sriyambasayame Kule Ardram Pushkarinim Pushtim Suvarnam Hemamalinim Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Mahavaha Ardram Yakkarinim Yastim Pingalam Padmamalinim Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Mahavaha Tam Avaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagamini Yasyam Hiranyam Prabhutam Gavo Dasyo Swaham Vindeyam Purushanaham Yastuchi Prayato Bhutva Juhujadanjamanvaham Suktam Panchadasarcham Chapshikamasatam Jate Padma Priye Padmani Padmahaste Padmalaye Padmadalaye Takshi Vishwa Priye Vishnu Manonukule Tvatpada Padmam Mai Sannidastva Mahadevi Chavinmaye Vishnu Padni Chadimai Tanno Lakshmi Prajodayate Om Shanti 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 Bhumir Bhumnadyor Varinantariksham Mahitva Upashtete Devyadite Nimanadamana Dhyayadade Ayango Prishnirakrani Dashanam Mataram Punaha Pitarancha Prayan Shuvaha Trigum Sadam Havirajati Vakpatangaya Shishraye Pratyasya Vahadyuvihi Asya pranadapanatyantas charati rochanam Vyakyan mahishashuvaha
Yadvaha krudaparo vapamanyuna yadavartya Sukalpamagne tattvava punastodipayamasi Yatte manyuparo papsya prithivim manudadvase Aditya vishve taddeva vasavascha samamvaranne Manno jyoti jujatam ajñam vichinam yajñagum samimam dadatu Brihaspatistanutam imam no vishve deva ihamadayantam Medini Devi Vasundara Syat Vasuda Devi Vasavi Brahma Varchasa Pitina Gunstotram Chakshur Manaha Devi Hiranyagarbhini Devi Prasuvari Sadane Satyayane Sidam Samudravati Savitri Hano Devi Mayangi Mahodarani Mahovyatishta Springen, Springen, Yagne, Yagne, Vivishani, Indrapanni, Vyapini, Shurasharidhiha, Vayumate, Shalachayani, Sriyamdaraja, Satyando, Parimedini, Soparidatam, Parigaya, Vishnupanni, Mahim, Devi, Madhavi, Madhava, Priyam, Lakshmihim Priyasakhim Devim Namamyachyutavalavam Dhanurdharaya Vidmahe Sarvasiddhi Chadimai Tanno Darat Prajodayate Shanti 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 Nilam Devi Gum Sharanamaham Prapadye Gurnani Kritavati Savitarati Patye Payasvati Rantirashano Astu Dhruva Disham Vishnu Panyagora Syeshana Sahasoyam Manotaha Brihaspati Matarishvota Vayu Sanduvana Vata Avino Grunantu Vistambo Divo Daruna Prithivya Asyeshana Jagato Vishnu Patni Mahadevi cha Vidmahe Vishnu Patni cha Dhimai Tanno Nila Prajodayate Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om
Om Agnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dev, good morning. So today's topic, I chose to speak a bit about silence, which is funny topic to speak about silence. But as we do the silence retreat this week, and I think silence is always a nice thing, I chose it as a topic. So I took a verse from Canto 3, chapter 28, verse 5, which is the description or instructions given by Kapila Muni to his mother about devotional service. So he breaks down how to actually practice. So the previous verse, chapter, is about the question that Devahuti asked to him about material nature, about how to understand creation. And so he describes everything in detail. And so in this chapter, he actually describes how to practice devotional service. And so one of the things that he speaks about is the importance of being in silence, to be celibate, to be alone by oneself, to go within. And so in the beginning actually, in the first verse, he says that I shall explain to you the system of yoga, the object of which is to concentrate the mind. By practicing this system, one can become joyful. And so this, in the end, the point is to realize oneself, to realize this deep inner happiness and joy that Krishna also speaks about in the Gita, one has to find within oneself. And to be able to do that, one has to be able to concentrate one's mind, as we know very well. And so in verse 5, he says, Maunam sad asana jayaha steryam prana jaya sanehi pratyaharas chendriyanam vishayan manasariti. One must observe silence, acquire steadiness by practicing different yogic postures, controlling the breath of the vital air, withdraw the senses from sense objects, and thus concentrate the mind on the heart. So I would say probably nothing new that you didn't know before. But he says here 5 steps. The first one is to practice silence. The second is to practice steadiness or discipline in one's sadhana. The third is to control the breath, to withdraw the senses within, and then finally to concentrate the mind on the heart. See, these are 5 distinct but very practical steps to practice to achieve this goal of calming the mind and to go within to actually experience this divine joy and this divine bliss. So I think silence is something that is very important to practice on the spiritual path. Ironically, Friday used to be my silence day when Guruji used to give silent days back in 2008-9. Things have changed. Since then, I have tried to join 3 silence retreats with Guruji, and every time he said, no, you should speak more and be less silent. So, Hari Bol. So, it's a good coincidence that my Fridays are on my satsangs are on Fridays. But silence is not necessarily only about being quiet or not speaking. It is actually more about speaking with intent or with awareness. Because I think what it is actually about is to become conscious of what we do with the actions that we do. So when you see when we are in silent, what we do is instead of focusing outward, we start to focus within, inside of ourselves, which is actually something that Guruji recommends every day at the end of the day to practice self-analysis. And so one tool that is important or makes self-analysis easier is to write it down. Because when you write down, what happens is that instead of just thinking, thoughts shooting through your brain, you actually slow down your thought process. No, because you cannot, I suppose most people cannot write as quick as you think. And so when we actually write down your thoughts actually slow down also. It is the same then when we do the japa walk in zombie style slow motion. You become aware that every step that we take in our life should be done with the consciousness and the remembrance of God. Because we take one step per name. The same is when we do Shine Arati. No, we do exactly the same than we do for normal Arati. But everything is done in slow motion. And so the moment everything is done in slow motion, your brain slows down also, ideally. And everything that is done as a physical action is done with more awareness, with more consciousness. So that when everything is slow, everything is dark, and everything is quiet, the aim is to do everything with awareness, to not just grab the water out of the pot, turn it 3 times around the arti and finish, but to do it without sound. And so the way that you pick up the spoon, the way that you take out the water from the pot is very different than you do for normal arti. And so the lesson actually is to try to walk through life with, I wouldn't say 24/7, but with the aim to have more awareness and more consciousness, not just interact in the interaction that we have with others, but first of all with ourselves. to be more conscious and aware of our inner processes and our inner reactions and thoughts that come up within ourselves, and not just to ignore them or be unconscious of them. Because in the world in which we live in, everything is focused on the outside. Everything is about running around, doing things, being efficient, doing things more quicker in less time. And whenever there is moments of, let's call it silence, or moments of relaxation, quote unquote, for the mind, what do? We listen to things, we listen to music, we listen to podcasts, we listen to satsangs even if that is a good thing, or we do the other things like watching YouTube videos and scrolling through Instagram or whatever, which is not a relaxation for the mind. And so actually when we look at and I think for us it's actually less than for maybe people outside, there is no quiet time in the day whatsoever. And if there is a quiet time, we fill them with things so that we don't have to be confronted with the things that are inside of ourselves. And so there is no time, conscious time in our day to process anything. And so what happens for many people, not for me, but for many people, that they cannot fall asleep at night. I don't have that problem, but for many people, this is what happens, because the first moment and the only moment in which you are quiet is the moment you lie down and go to sleep. And then everything that is trying to be digested is flushing into your mind, right? All the things that you didn't do, all the things you still need to do, all the things you regret, all the things you maybe did very well, everything comes to your mind, and then it becomes difficult to actually relax, no? And so silence, or conscious silence, or the choosing of being silent consciously, is something that is actually very important daily, whether one implements it in the form of self-analysis before you in the evening, whether you consciously don't touch your phone when you go for parikrama or for when you do your japam. Guruji has given us so many opportunities and tools to use to practice silence, to practice to go within, to detach from the outside. Like Krishna says in chapter 2 so beautifully with the example of the tortoise, to withdraw one's limbs and to look within. Because that is the only place in which we actually are going to find that joy and that happiness that is slumbering within ourselves. It is the only place in which we are actually going to attain that relationship with Krishna. There is no ability or possibility to do that in the outside. Yes, we can do our japa, we can do our puja and everything, but the actual goal is to realize Him within ourselves. And that is impossible if we keep distracting ourselves with as many things as possible so that we don't have to confront the world inside of ourselves. And so silence is something that is very important, and it is actually something that is quite practical and very efficient to help us to build that trust with Krishna, with ourselves. So silence is first of all practiced with the tongue, or rather the not using of the tongue. And so there's actually another verse that I liked very much, which is from Canto 11, chapter 18, in which it says that although one may conquer all of the other senses, as long as the tongue is not conquered, it cannot be said that one has controlled one's senses. However, if one is able to control the tongue, then one is understood to be in full control of all the senses. So we understand that the control of the tongue to practice silence is something that is actually not just important, but very important if we are aimed to control the senses, to control our mind. And as we know, it is very difficult. So one of the usages of the tongue / the mouth is to eat. No? The desire of food is one that is very high in our attachments amongst the list of attachments that we have. Another use that is given to the tongue is by using words, by speaking, communication with each other, which is another thing that we do in everyday life a lot. We speak. And sometimes we speak so much that we don't have time to listen. Right? And so with words can be used, of course, in many ways. There can be negative use of words, and there can be positive use of words. And of course, because we can gossip, but we can also pray. We can chant. We can give knowledge, which is also one way of using words. So again, it is not about the tongue being a bad thing. It is about, and that's what it says here, it is not about good or bad. It's about conquering or controlling the senses. And as it is said in this verse in the Bhagavatam, is that to control the tongue, the ability of what we speak and how we speak, what we eat and how we eat, is the most difficult to control. And so there's something that is at the same time also something that is very practical to practice, whether it is by fasting, whether it is by choosing to be silent for certain periods. And I've shared this story many times, I guess, before, but during prayer, during events, there was a specific time, I guess it hasn't been so much the case lately, but where Guruji was extremely strict with not speaking during events, during pujas, which makes it sometimes very difficult to serve him. Because what happened to me very often is that whether it was Lakshmi Yagna or other events, we would literally sit on the altar in the tent, Kalash in the middle, deity in the middle, Guruji on the left, I sit on the right. He's doing puja, and I think I have relatively decent knowledge of the prayers and the, what comes after what and everything. But sometimes he just literally looks at you. No words, no instructions. He just wants you to know what he needs. And so you give him something, from the neutral look, it turns into a disappointed look. And you try other things, and it becomes to annoyed look at some point. And I remember after this happened quite a few times, and it happened actually 3 times in 3 different events, where Guruji actually, after I think 2 or 3 times, he looked at me and said, I already told you what I need, no? Why do I always have to repeat myself? And I thought to myself, you didn't. Because he didn't speak, so how would he have told me what he needs? But then I realized that, the way that he communicates with Babaji, for example, the board meetings he has with Babaji, they don't actually speak physically, no? Like Guruji often speaks about the way that, or spoke about the way that he communicates with Babaji or different saints in the museum. It's not that he actually speaks to them, but whenever Guruji walks through the museum, he literally just looks at them, and sometimes it's so sweet to see when he looks through the museum and he looks at a saint, he's like, yeah, it's true. And then sometimes you're like, whoa, they didn't say anything, no? And so I realized that, maybe he actually told me, he just forgets that I am not on his level, and I don't speak his language of silence. And so what I try to do is to actually just listen, and sometimes just listen and act upon my intuition, and just do what I feel is what he needs. And then, funny enough, what happens is that often I literally just give him something before he asks for it, and it's actually the right thing. And then, of course, often he has to make sure it's not the right thing, so that you don't become too proudful. Because the moment you give him something before he needs it, and it's actually the right thing, you're like, I'm so great. I know what he wants without him asking. So, of course, he has to keep us on the ground. But this shows that if we are looking within ourselves and actually are able to listen to what he says within ourselves, what Krishna says, what life is giving you as instructions, and are able not just to listen but actually act upon it, to trust that voice that we have within ourselves, then life will become much easier. But the point is to practice to listen to it. Because if we are constantly outside and speaking and acting, and our awareness is focused on the outside, we cannot listen to it. And so silence is one of the greatest practices to bring us within, to help us to focus our mind on the heart, as it said in this verse, as the final instruction that Kapila gives, to concentrate, to focus the mind. And just like Krishna says, in the only time that he mentioned silence in the Gita is in chapter 10, verse 38, where he says that amongst secrets I am silence, and amongst the wise I am wisdom. Amongst secrets I am silence. I think if those people that we entrust our secrets with, the one thing that we hope they have is silence, because we don't want them to share and broadcast our secrets. And so for me, silence is also about trust. It is about building that relationship with Krishna within ourselves. And also, at the end of the Gita, Krishna says that there is only one way how we will attain this knowledge of him, and that is by bhakti. And he says, Bhakti Mama Vijanati, chapter 18, verse 55. It is only by devotion that you will get to know, that you will find this knowledge through which you will get to know me. And so it is only through diving within ourselves, in our heart, to practice and to dive into this devotion, this love for God that is inside of ourselves. And we can only connect to that if we retract our senses, focus within, and take the time that is necessary every day to do that. Jai Gurudev.
Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha
Shilatam Kanakalaye
Shilatam Kanakalaye
Shilatam Kanakalaye
Shilatam Kanakalaye
Ito Nisimho Parato
Ito Nasimo Parato Nasimo
Ito Nisimho Parato Nisimho
Ito Nasimo Parato Nasimo
Yato Yato Yamritato Nisimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimo
Yato Yato Yamritato Nisimho
Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimo
Bahe Nisimho Hridaye Nisimho
Vahe Nasimo Hridaye Nasimo
Bahe Nisimho Hridaye Nisimho
Vahe Nasimo Hridaye Nasimo
Nisimhamadin Charanam Prapade
Simhamadim Sharanam Prapade
Nisimhamadin Charanam Prapade
Simhamadim Sharanam Prapade
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara
Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta
Singam Dalita
Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai
Jagadisha Hare
Jai
Jagadisha Hare
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Avakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam
Keshavadrita
Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai
Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadrita Narahari Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jagadisha Hare
Jagadisha Hare
Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Nisimhadev Jaya Nisimhadev Jaya Nisimhadev Jaya Nisimhadev
O Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prana Maharaj Jaya Prana Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prana Maharaj
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Sri Vishwananda Jaya Guru Deva Sri Vishwananda
Jaya Guru Deva Sri Vishwananda Jaya Guru Deva Sri Vishwananda
Suhadev Bhagavam Ki
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Viraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me
Prapati Dharme Karadaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Sanigrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Saligrama Pratisthitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Nidandanarine Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridandadharine Goragrajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesa Kajarataya Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesa Kararataya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Darinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Dharinidharaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
O Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Oh Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Meya Jaya Lakshmi Mata Tumako Nishadina Sevata Tumako Nishadina Sevata Hara Vishnu Vidata Om Jai Lakshmi Mata Umara Brahmani Tumhi Jagamata Meya Tumhi Jagamata Surya Chandrama Javata
Surya Chandrama Javata
Narada Rishigata
Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata
Durga Rupa Niranjani Sukha Sampati Data
Meya Sukha Sampati Data
जो कोई तुमको जावता
जो कोई तुमको जावता
रिद्धि सिद्धि धन पाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
तुम पाताल निवासिनी तुम ही शुभदाता
मैं तुम ही शुभदाता
कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी
कर्म प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी
भवनिधि की त्राता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
जिस घर में तुम्हारा निधि सब सद्गुण आता
मैं सब सद्गुण आता
सब संभव हो जाता
सब संभव हो जाता
मन नहीं घबराता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
तुम बिना याज्ञ न होते वस्त्र न कोई पाता ओ मेरा
वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
कान पंकवे बाबा
दान पन्न वे बाबा
सब तुम से आता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
शुभ गुण मंदिर सुंदर शिरोधारी जाता
मैं शिरोधारी जाता
ओ मैं शिरोधारी जाता
मैं शिरोधारी जाता
रात चतुर्दश तुम बिना
रात चतुर्दश तुम बिना
कोई नहीं पाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
महालक्ष्मी जी की आरती जो कोई जन गाता ओ मेरा
जो कोई जन गाता
ओ मेरा जो कोई जन गाता
मैं जो कोई जन गाता
पूर्ण आनंद समाता
पूरा आनंद समाता
पाप उतर जाता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता मैया जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवक तुमको निश दिन सेवक हर विष्णु विधाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निश दिन सेवक तुमको निश दिन सेवक हर विष्णु विधाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
गोविन्द
गोविन्द
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृताङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति 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 लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु
लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति
प्रेम से बोलो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की श्री भूतभृतेश्वरनाथ नृसिंह भगवान की बोलो राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की श्री महावता क्रिया बाबा जी की श्री रमनोजाचार्य की प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की ओम क्लीं कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजनवल्लभाय पराय परम पुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्रयंत्र तंत्र औषधास्त्र शस्त्राणि समरा समरा मृत्यो मोक्षाय मोक्षाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दिव्ये ज्वलप्रदाय सर्वारिक्षमनां पद परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा गोविंदा गोपिका जीवन स्मरण गोविंदा भक्तवत्सल गोविंदा गोविंदा पुंडलीक वरदे हरे विठा एकनाथ नंदेव बोलो पंढरीनाथ महाराज की जय रुक्मिणी महारानी की जय समस्त भक्त मंडली की आल्वाम इंपनुवना तिरुवारिकले शरणम